Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and to Yahweh. Bahashemi Hawashah, Bahashema Kakadash. Yahweh, the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I want to give a double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone who has taught me this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the I came across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth and rest alive to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord willing, the video is edifying. Lord willing, I can get something from this video. Basically, what this video going to be about is you heathen paying homage, man. Okay, because understand on this side, in this current world, in your heaven, right, that we're, us being Israelites, we're at the bottom, which we understand, and we get it, we understand, but you have helped for the affliction. You guys have helped do a lot more damage to us than what was supposed to be done. And to show your hatred, you continue to do it. You understand? Each day in and day out. See, the attack is on Israel, and it's always been on Israel. Okay? That's why they always take a Jake, right? And they try to make the craziest example out of him. You know what I mean? So therefore it could be a so-called lesson to the other so-called Negroes. You know what I mean? So a Jake get caught doing a 2/3 get caught doing some crazy shit, right? Or maybe you got 2/3 in the world that are in the streets. You know what I mean? In so-called streets, right? Which is wicked as fuck. Right, and they might not ever be caught with nothing, you know what I mean, but just you'll get hit with conspiracy, you know what I mean, you'll get hit with conspiracy, man. And what they'll do is they'll do you bad, man. They'll do you bad, you understand? They'll do you bad. Like my father, right, he went away for a couple of years on conspiracy when I was 12, you know what I mean. So while I just had turned 12, and then 4 or 5 days later he got locked up, you know what I mean. So they'll do some crazy shit, and they'll make an example out of Jake, man. Here it is, we just so-called poorest nation on the earth, right? Which scriptures tell you that the heathen will come up very high and will come down very low, right? So we understand that, right? But here it is, we're the poorest nation on the earth, and goodness gracious, I might get into that article. I don't know what that was, but I'm gonna read it. But here it is, we the so-called poorest nation on the earth. As soon as, one nigga, you know what I mean, do something out of line, they gonna wax your ass, man. You know what I mean? They gonna spank you in your ass, man. They gonna they gonna make an example out of you. You know what I'm saying? Because it shows you that perpetual hatred that they have for you. You understand? It really is the Most High. They're the Most High, the wicked, right? Which is Esau. He's the Most High sword. You understand? So the Most High is really, bringing judgment through Esau. You know what I mean? But Esau has this hatred to where he, you know what I mean? This motherfucker, and he basically beating a dead horse, so to speak. You know what I mean? We already down. You know what I mean? He kicking us while we down, which is total disrespect. Okay, so but it's coming to a time where all the shit that y'all done and all the shit that y'all did, right? You guys are gonna have to pay for that. You understand? You're gonna have to pay for that, period, man. And we're gonna be on top. Okay. So it's Isaiah, the second chapter. This is Isaiah 2:2. It says, "And it should come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it." Now we understand that mountains and hills just represents governments. Okay, like mountain to be a big government, and the hills like a small government. What's a hill to a mountain? Okay, this is 3. It says, "And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh, to the house of the Most High, the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways," which is the law, right? It says, and that tells you the heathen is gonna follow the law. Period. They're gonna want to follow the law. You know what I mean? Because the example that's gonna be laid out for those who don't follow the law is gonna be a hell of an example. Okay, it says, it says we're gonna rule with a rod of iron, man. We're gonna tread upon their neck. You understand? So that is gonna establish fear in a lot of these nations. Okay, it says, "And we will walk in his paths, for out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord Yahweh from Jerusalem, and he shall judge among the Slakia, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their swords into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore." And that is a clear cut showing you that those so-called small hats over there in the land ain't really the people. Okay, they're not really the people. Because if it was, why is there so much war going on right now? I was just on Sputnik. There's some shit going on over there right now. Okay, it's Isaiah 6:60-2. It says, "For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people." Matter of fact, shall come to that light and kings. No, Salakia, let me go down. I'm going to get to what I got highlighted. It's Isaiah 60:10. It says, "And the sons of the strangers shall build up thy walls." Now, the sons of the strangers are the heathen. Okay? The sons of the strangers, which are, bastards, they're the heathen. Okay? It says, "And the sons of the strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I had smote thee." So it was the Most High. Just like I said earlier, the Most High is executing judgment on us through the heathen. Okay? It says, because that was in the curses, okay, that we would serve the heathen. The heathen are really made to serve us. That's why they're likened unto spittle. These motherfuckers was made to serve. Yes, you're heathen. You're Elamite. You're Edomite. You're Ammonite. You're Moabite. You're Amalekite. You're you're Ishmaelite, right? You're Elam, right? All of them, y'all. They're here to serve Israel. They're not here to be served. They're here to serve Israel. They're likened unto nothing. Look how they live, man. Jake, even in his lower state, is still godly to a degree, right? To a degree. You understand? We still move. We still walk. We still talk. We got salt. You know what I mean? We move a certain way. We talk a certain way. We present ourselves a certain way. You know what I mean? The world wouldn't be shit without us. And how is the lowest people, so-called lowest people on the planet Earth, have this much impact on the world? That goes to show you that we are the Lord's people, man. Okay, this is 10. It says, "And the sons of the strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee." Okay, I'm going down to 12. It says, For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Okay, that don't sound like a fun time for the other nations. See, your pastor won't get into this. Your church won't get into this. So why? Because he has other nations in his congregation, and it's about 50 lucres, like it says in Titus. Okay, I think it's 1:14, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it says, now check this out. It says, "The sons of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord Yahweh, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel." Now, it says, all them that despise thee. Okay? So despise means you have a strong hatred for someone, right? Now, let's go to this. All right? Let me show you something. Right here. It says, Psalms 83 and 4, it says, "They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation." Okay, this is the heathen. It says, "That the name of Israel may be no more remembrance, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and of the Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, and the inhabitants of Tyre." So these are the nations that are against Israel. Okay? All right, now let's go back to Isaiah 60 and get where we was. Check this out. So it says, "The sons of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee," which, well, I just showed you who despise us, "shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet." So they're going to bow themselves at the soles of our feet, man. Okay, "and they shall call thee the city of the Lord Yahweh, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations." Okay, so this is, I'm gonna go down to 17. It says, "For brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood brass, and for stone iron. I will also make thy officers peace, and thine exactors righteousness. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting or destruction within thy borders," which is a cut again, right, to you small hats. "But thou shalt call thy walls salvation, and thy gates praise," man. So this is what's getting ready to happen, man. This is what's getting ready to go on. And you nations will pay homage to the true Israelites, man. You know, we're getting ready to be on top, whether you like it or not, man. Okay, that's why all this shit is going on in the world. Okay, that's why we got the truth and we got the name. Okay, so with that, man, Lord willing, the video is edifying. Lord, I can got something from this video. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, and Kakadash. I want to tell you, brothers, keep pushing on to the next Shalom.